Wednesday night in Wild Auditorium, there was a program held where two former Connecticut congressmen discussed and enlightened the audience of the issues that face President-elect Obama as he prepares to take office in January. STN reporter Charles Yankowski went to the presentation to see what they had to say.
With the 2008 United States presidential campaign in the past, it's time to focus on the issues that face President-elect Obama as he begins his transition to the White House.
We're in for an interesting and exciting time. I think there's enthusiasm in the country.
The presentation, which was sponsored by the College of Arts and Sciences and the Department of Politics and Government, was moderated by two University of Hartford alumnus, Marshall Collins and Lon Seidman, who are both practitioners in residence this year. Among the topics that were discussed that night were President-elect Obama's plans for the economy, healthcare, immigration, and foreign policy.
The election in 2008 is a realignment election, which means that it fundamentally shifts the balance of power and the relationships in politics for many years to come.
And I think that President-elect Obama may have a good lineup and good numbers reflected in the House and Senate. But he's going to have to convince some of his own party who have very strong views on this issue.
Obama will support a further stimulus bill. What will that include? It will include tax cuts for middle-class taxpayers.
The bipartisan, lack-of-agenda view of the issues was refreshing for those in attendance.
It was good to have a full discussion of the issues.
Our involvement on Election Day is not adequate. It's great. It's important, but it's not adequate.
Charles Yankowski, STN, Channel 2 News.
Congressman Simmons also said that he would be interested in coming back to campus to discuss the issues sometime in the future, but for now both congressmen are optimistic about the future and hope that both parties will be able to work with the new president-elect in dealing with the important issues. Although $1 million to consumers because there is no proof that it can actually prevent viral infections or boost the immune system. Instead of spending money, the alternatives, you can try just washing your hands or just getting a full night's sleep. But what do you think of that?
Well, actually, because of all the cold weather that's been going on, it's making people be in a closer proximity, which is actually what's making people get sick more often.
You're a genius. Tell us more.
Well, an abnormally warm November with temperatures in the 60s finally turned seasonally cold this week, as well as a rainstorm brewing in the Midwest, may put a damper on your weekend plans. Stay tuned to find out more.
In Aftermath, you'll get to hear perspective on the controversial book linking archaeology and the Bible.
And men's basketball season kicks off tonight. We'll have all the action later on in the show, so stay with us.
I always
Now,
raise my hand
your
for everything.
STN Channel 2 weather forecast.
With temperatures last week reaching low to mid-60s, this week's return to cooler temperatures, as well as a bone-chilling wind gust and a rainstorm yesterday, has all seemed to take everyone by surprise. Well, I wouldn't put your umbrella away just yet, and you might want to keep out the warm clothing too. And let's take a look at how everyone was dealing with the cold weather today. As you can see, it was a weekend here at UHA, so of course it's rainy and cold and kind of uncomfortable to walk to classes with all the cold weather going on, and hopefully it'll get a lot better, but it doesn't seem like it, because if you look at our temperatures right now, right there, you see the orange, that kind of means that we're in the 50s as our highs, but it really doesn't feel like the 50s. And if we actually try to look at our low temperature maps right here, we can see that our lows are somewhere between the 40s and the 30s, which is a lot closer to what we can expect this time of year. It's actually very abnormally warm right now. And if we can take a look at the satellite and radar, we can notice that right over here, satellite and radar, there we go. Right over here in the Midwest, there's a rainstorm coming, and that's going to be here probably by tonight, possibly Saturday, but nonetheless, it's going to get here by this weekend, and it's going to drop a lot of rain on us. And also, right here down in the south near the Carolinas, there's another rainstorm, and following both these rainstorms are two cold fronts, which is going to drop temperatures right where they're supposed to be. So let's take a look at the 5-day forecast. And as you can see, things start out warm tonight and to this weekend, but they get cold and kind of seasonal. So while it is cold and uncomfortable, it's going to be what you're going to expect from this time of year?
Well, I sure missed the, 60-degree weather we had earlier, but I guess
Yeah.
it is November, so...
It's what you can expect.
Oh, thank you very much, Charlie. You're a man.
No problem.